It's the honor of my life to serve her. It will be the honor of my life to serve the new king. I am His Majesty's ambassador, but you are all our closest friends. You are our closest allies. And the Queen knew that, and she also knew her place in the system. When President Reagan came to the UK, she spoke not just of our common kinship and our common heritage, she spoke very eloquently, I think, of the common values which she described as being begun in the Magna Carta, but given vivid re-expression by the Founding Fathers. And I think that translation over centuries, and now we have the warmest of relationships in the special relationship. I think the Queen would be very moved, I think the royal family will be very moved to know of your tribute tonight. But I think the greatest service we can do to her memory and those of the presidents she's met are to continue this network of democratic values, this sense that we make a choice, we choose freedom, we choose consensus, we choose open debate.
Google has long supported immigrants, dreamers, and refugees. Since 2015, Google has provided more than $45 million in grants and 30,000 hours of our employees' time to help refugees. We've also directly supported refugees and newcomers through our products. This is a cause that's embedded in Google's DNA, and it's one I care deeply about. More than 20 years ago, I immigrated to the US. When I arrived, I was met with open-mindedness, tolerance, and acceptance, all of which helped ease my path. Looking back on that period of my life, what I remember most are the people who made me feel welcome. Because of them, I started to feel as much a part of this country as I did growing up in India. It was my choice to come to the US. For refugees, it's often not a choice at all. That's why we need to work even harder to make sure they feel supported on their journey.
No matter who you are, no matter where you are, you can help support efforts like these. When you see wrongdoings in your community, you can speak up. When all seems well in your community, you can stand up and work proactively to build peace for everyone. You can use your platforms to call attention to the issues you care about. You can start or join organizations that share your ideals and work to realize them. Simply spread compassion. Peace can begin with something as small as a smile or a kind word to someone who needs it. Because the peacemakers in this room and around the world remind us to truly achieve peace, it must be more than an ideal we lift up out from songs or wear as a pendant around our necks. Peace must be something that we build every day together. Thank you so much for this moment.
After the outbreak of the Second World War, Eleanor Roosevelt famously stated, "This is no ordinary time. Today, we are once again at a critical juncture." Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine reminds us of the darkest days of European history. What it is at stake is not only people's lives and the statehood of Ukraine, but also the entire international system that was created after the Second World War to promote freedom, peace, and prosperity. In times like this, it is good to be among friends.
We have long been a close partner of NATO. Now we are taking the next necessary step at becoming an ally. Finland's decision to apply for NATO membership was a true triumph of democracy. In the Finnish parliament, it got a 94% majority. I'm happy to admit that the US Senate did even better with a 95% majority for ratification of Finland and Sweden's membership. I would like to thank all the senators who supported us. Also, to those who have had their doubts, Finland has a reputation of taking its commitments seriously. As a NATO member, we will commit to the security of the whole alliance, to the security of all allies. To paraphrase President Kennedy, we intend to not only ask what NATO can do for us, but what we can do for NATO.
Sebagai Presiden, saya sangat dibantu oleh masyarakat Indonesia yang majemuk, yang damai, bersatu, dan bergotong royong dalam sistem politik yang demokratis. Saya dan pemerintah Indonesia terus berupaya untuk berperan aktif dalam mendorong kerjasama internasional yang memuliakan perdamaian dan kemakmuran bersama. Posisi Indonesia sebagai Presiden G20, kami manfaatkan untuk membangun arsitektur kesehatan global yang tangguh, serta pertumbuhan ekonomi yang inklusif dan berkelanjutan. Penghargaan Global Citizen Award ini sangat berarti bagi saya, tetapi yang lebih berarti adalah dunia yang damai, yang makmur, dan yang berkeadilan. Terima kasih.
Putin's war in Ukraine is in its 7th murderous month. Inflation and recession are biting. Climate threats and cyber risks are proliferating. The Atlantic Council doesn't ever despair at challenges. Rather, working alongside all of you, we seek solutions. As our mission statement promises, we exist to shape a better future together with partners and allies.